$170. So if the US soybean or maize comes to India, what will happen to our Indian production cultivation? Will we completely lose it or then be dependent on the imports only?
Right. It's a beautiful.
And Ramesh Chand withdrew his report officially. He said sorry and said, I withdraw my report.
Right. Sir, I'll first of all appreciate a beautiful question. Right. Beautiful question asked by you. US people, they love me because they start talking about like India should open GMO.
We also love you.
Right. However, they start hating me when I say that first of all, we need to create infrastructure in India where we have own seeds, capability, practices of cultivation. Our farmers start growing it, then open the trade. Right. My position is very clear. GMO is needed going forward because of the productivity which we want. We are stuck in soybean and in maize in productivity which is 20-year-old. We have not been able to progress, I would say. But at the marginal productivity increase, I'm not saying it's negative or like.
Okay.
Right?
So we got the point now.
So I believe GMO is a must. Second, the first step of doing GMO is that we need to create our own seed bank. Our institution for next 2 years should work on and produce our own seeds so that we are not dependent on seed providers which are typically would fleece all of our farmers and then allow trade.
Okay.
So there are step 1, 2, 3.
Fine. So Mishra ji, you want to say something on this?
Sir, basically GM seed states like UP, it is the productivity is 2 ton, not 2.5 ton. And in Andhra, Telangana, it is 7 ton. So we need to work on that first. We need to improve the productivity of our state, whoever is growing the maize. If that will happen, then all the problems, all our availability issues will be solved. And our scientists are also working on that. Some paper has published that they are going to provide, is going to be of 11 ton. This is under control plot.
मिश्रा जी ऐसे पेपर आप भी जानते हैं, मैं भी जानते हैं, हमने पाम में देखा है, ऑयल में देखा है, सनफ्लावर में देखा है. सर जमीन पे आने दीजिए. There is a GMO. I think there is already productivity. There is jury. There is no jury.
Sir, you are right. Basically, I'm talking about whatever happening in the ground. 7 ton अगर हमारा आंध्र तेलंगाना का farmer can grow 7 ton.
सर एग्रोक्लाइमेटिक जोन अलग है. सर वहाँ पे सेम GMO भी आपका ना 5 ton difference आएगा.
बहुत ज़्यादा difference नहीं है सर. For growing maize, it is not like कि बहुत ज़्यादा difference है 7 ton and 2 ton. That is the gap we need to fill.
Perfect. Agree, sir.
Okay, so now I think, can somebody give the mic? Padak ji, can you please give the mic?
We are talking about the GM seed, but
One
we have
by
a very
one,
bad
one by
experience in case of cotton. शुरू में जब cotton आया तो काफी अच्छा yield था.
Can you speak in English, please?
Yeah. So first of all, when the GM crop was introduced in case of cotton, the yield level was very high. Now the yield level is utmost with the normal crop now, because see, the people are using GM seed. They are asking for GM seed because of high yield only. Now the yield level has gone equal level with the normal seed and normal hybrids. So now farmers are saying that hybrid अच्छा था, ये GM का तो अभी crop नहीं आ रहा है.
Okay,
so
Patak ji,
it should not happen in case
Patak
of
ji,
soybean
you can
if we
now.
introduce.
No, sir. There is
You
a
want to speak
regulation.
something?
Sir, there is a regulation is the issue. 2.0 of GMO in cotton, right? After that, the pest add करा था. किसी GMO is also evolved. There is a technology called CRISPR-Cas9. Please Google it, understand it, sir. Yield increase has happened and it has happened extensively in soybean itself. And there is a company called Inari based in US. Please see to it that actually what yield increase, reduction in use of water, reduction in use of nitrogen. It has happened, documented, and sir, other than India, many countries are already using it and getting benefit. Why our farmers should miss the bus?
No, I agree with you. Farmers should not miss the bus. But then a lot of these technologies, they can't be Googled. They have to be really assimilated into Indian conditions.
Sir, Google is about understanding and reading the paper.
Okay, we are enjoying the debate, but we
Anyway,
want to
we
now
have no time
close it.
and I have to go also.
Yes, okay. With this, we would like to close
But guys,
this
please
session.
use ChatGPT. At least actually it gives intelligence to people who have lack of it. Use ChatGPT. It is very important tool.
Okay.
I'm not intelligent. I use it regularly.
So with this, Rohan, you can come in. We are closing this session here. I know the debate is not over. Debate can continue over tea later during the day. But thank you very much, all the panelists, and thank you, our audience, and especially those who ask question and they contribute to this discussion. It was very, very enjoyable, and I think people who were sleeping in the back, now they are awake. Thank you so much.
Very well said. Zoro se taaliyan dosto. What an energetic discussion. The heat of the discussion was so much just about the cooking point of maize. तो इसी के साथ I'd like to invite up on stage, since Mr. D.N. Pathak sir, you raised so many questions and you had them answered in some way to you. I believe we should give you the opportunity to present all of our panelists with some mithai. And we'd also like to take the pleasure inviting Mr. Vipul Kakkad from the METL group. Please join us on stage, sir, to present felicitations to all our esteemed panelists. And ladies and gentlemen, we love the participation. This is exactly the reason why such summits are held. So please do participate with your inputs, questions, and queries. Right now, we have Mr. D.N. Pathak and Mr. Vipul Kakkad on stage, along with Mr. Dilip Kabra. And we'd like to present felicitations to our esteemed panelists, starting with Mr. Sanjay Sethi for moderating such an engaging panel. Thank you so very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please join in with a nice warm round of applause. Thank you so much, Mr. Sanjay Sethi, for this fabulous panel discussion. And now, felicitations to all our panelists, to Mr. S.N. Mishra. Thank you so very much, sir, for your inputs and insights. Let's have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please. To Mr. Amit Bansal. Thank you so very much, sir. To Mr. Kanhayalal Agarwal. Let's have a nice warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please. Thank you so very much, sir. To Mr. Ritesh Darji. Thank you very much, sir, for your inputs. And finally, to Mr. Deepak Parekh. Thank you so very much, sir, for all your insights and inputs. And may I invite all of you to kindly come together for a group photograph, please. Thank you so very much, gentlemen. The discussion on maize has concluded on stage, but something tells me a lot more discussion is actually going to start amongst everybody as they get off stage. But thank you so very much for being the catalyst to such fabulous discussions here. Thank you once again, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to commence with a panel discussion on yellow peas. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to commence with a panel discussion on yellow peas. And to moderate this session, we have amongst us, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lalit Bangar from the Global Agri Pulses speciality that he brings to the table. Please give him a big round of applause as Mr. Lalit Bangar is now going to moderate this session. And I'd like to invite our esteemed panelists. We have a wonderful array of experts here with us. Present amongst us is Mr. Dilip Mohanty, Senior Vice President with Reliance Retail Private Limited. I'd like to take the pleasure inviting him up on stage. Welcome, sir, once again. I'd also like to welcome Mr. Yogesh Shivanna, Senior Trade Pulses ADM. Once again, Mr. Yogesh Shivanna, please join us. I'd like to welcome Mr. Sanjay Jain from Prakash Overseas Indore. Mr. Sanjay Jain, please do join us. And finally, Mr. Deepak Parekh will be joining us in just a short while from now. I'd like to invite Mr. Kanhaiyalal Agarwal, Director of Farm India Impex. Sir, please do join us for this discussion. I'd also like to invite Mr. Tayyab Balgamwala, Director, Sea Trade Group of Companies. Please do join us once again on stage, sir, for this discussion. And finally, Mr. Deepak Parekh will be joining us in just a short while from now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start perhaps one of the most interesting product last year, yellow peas. I remember about 2 decades back, yellow peas was being mostly used as an animal feed. But last year, it has proven its strength, and it has turned out to be a more in shaker in pulses industry and pulses basket. So, without much ado, maybe I'll start with Mr. Mohanty, who is a giant player in retail, Reliance Retail, and you know, it doesn't need any introduction. And let's start. He got some slides to present, and then we'll move on forward.
Good afternoon, everyone. So yellow pea is a typical case. When the short-term policy of government of India, how it has impacted the whole industry. I think all the pulses traders who have dealt with yellow peas for last 2 years must be having nightmares every day. So I'll just take you through the data, what exactly has happened in the last 18 months. Yeah. I think the first notification has come on December 23. After that, I think February onwards, February 24 onwards, yellow pea started arriving in India. Yeah, slide please. So these are the current scenario as far as yellow peas import to India is concerned. I think this graph explains everything. 18 months back, the local price was 42 rupees. Now it is hovering out 30 rupees. Almost 13 to 14 rupees, the value has eroded. And as far as India's domestic crop is concerned, which used to be around 9 to 10 lakhs in the state of UP, now it has gone down almost by 25% because of the reduction in prices. In last 18 months, India has imported 36 lakhs of tons of material. That I've just included a few July, August shipment which in transit. And almost like 28 lakhs has been consumed. Now we have about 8 lakhs tons in stock, 7 lakhs in the port, and 1 lakh in the up-country areas. Now the all the pulses prices have moved up in last 10 days. China is giving support to all the pulses. So now the consumption is somewhere between 2.25 to 2.5 lakh tons monthly, which was slightly less than 2 lakh a month some time back. And if you look at the import prices, that also slowly inching up. Now we are getting August-September shipment, Russian price around 340. And Canada, September after the first shipment, which is being quoted at 350 at the moment. And Russia has got a crop around 4 million tons. Next. So this is the typical story of white peas, what has happened. I mean, बोलते हैं ना तारीख पे तारीख ये notification पे notification. The first notification came in December 23. That time the import price is $500. Now it is at $340. So $160 per ton the value is eroded. As far as Indian rupees is concerned, for 42, now it has gone down to 30 rupees. Slight recovery is there. Today the price is put around 32 rupees. And if you want to see the replacement cost at the moment, now we are getting September, October, Canada 350 rupees. I think that they have just covered. I don't know if people are able to see it or no.
Incidentally, Montiji, in the conference in Mahabalipuram, Chennai, organized by TASO, I was the panelist in yellow peas, and that time somehow or other I happened to say that if I am the government, I'll keep on importing yellow peas and yellow peas and yellow peas and keep extending the dates.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Tariq
I
pe Tariq,
remember. I
Tariq
remember very
pe,
clearly.
Tariq pe Tariq is the result of that. Thank you.
Yeah. So for the first time, the local prices have gone up. Now on the replacement price basis, bit of a parity at the moment. We'll see how things will pan out here onwards. Next. So this is what exactly the position at the moment. We are holding about 8 lakh tons of peas, 7 lakh tons of the ports, and 1 lakh in the upcountry areas. Monthly consumption 2.25, it was about 7 days back. I think now it could go up a bit because of the teji that has come now. The average landed price now what is coming, that is around 30,500, 31,000, and now local prices slightly better. The profitability of all the peas that has arrived in India, 28 lakh tons already been consumed. I have taken the traders, the millers, the importers, they have minimum lost 6,000 rupees, 6 rupees a kg, whatever has been consumed. So the industry has lost more than 1,700 crores on 28 lakhs. On the 8 lakh tons of stock which is lying at the port or midland areas now, there also people are losing another 6 rupees a kg. That is about another 500 crores. In this I have not included the warehousing expenses and finances expenses, and all the people they do this kind of business, they take lot of finances, so that you can add, so you can understand how much the industry has lost. So now the need of the hour is government needs to put a duty immediately, otherwise going to get worse again and again. Dumping is continuing here, lot of materials coming at low price, so it's not affecting only chana, it is affecting all other pulses as well. So last 18 months you see tuwar, chana, masoor, urad, everything the prices have gone down. And the Indian production that is in the state of UP, which was around 8 to 10 lakh tons now, it has come down to 6 lakh tons. So it is affecting all the crops at the moment.
So here is the balance sheet of, rather part of the balance sheet of the losses which the pulse industry suffered last year. As they say, the industry lost close to 4,500 to 5,000 crores. So almost half is being contributed by the losses on yellow peas. And as he said, it does not cover the carrying cost, interest cost, go down, warehousing, everything. And on top of that, the shortage, which is ascertained once all the cargo is being lifted. So you will see a huge shortage for almost 1 year storage, as well as hosta, you have to wear mala bana ke bhi moti, all peas ke dano mein itne khadde bhi mile ki you have to wear a mala out of it. So I think let's hope for good. Thank you.
Yeah, next. So this is what way forward. I think it is time either the quantity that is coming that should reduce, or government should put some duty around 35 to 40%. So it should come at par with the market price as compared to all other crops, so that industry won't lose further. Sowing of the domestic peas and chana will not be affected. So India will have enough of stocks in case they put a duty, but dumping won't happen at these low prices. So Indian farmers also will not lose. And all the production and demand for all of the pulses will survive. Otherwise, it's going down and down and down, and the whole industry is suffering a lot because of the white peas import at a very low price. Thank you.
Thank you, Montiji. As ever, very summarized in a very crisp manner and to the point and very meaningful presentation. So let's now go to Yogesh Sevanna. He is with ADM and he is driving this yellow peas desk there. So Yogesh, from the perspective of the overseas suppliers, two major countries, Canada and Russia. So how do you foresee this year's scenario, keeping in view the China factor and other factors? So you can highlight on from imports from these two places. and quantity which you foresee, the production, everything you can discuss.
Hi, good evening, everybody. The production for LOPs been across all the origins have been very good. I would say, Canada is 3.2 to 3.3 million metric ton, and Russia is close to 4.6 to 4.7 million ton, which was predicted more than a 5 million ton due to certain regions have a bit of a concern, but it's not a major concern on the Russian production side. But if you look at last year and this year, the dynamics have completely changed, right? Because of the tariff tantrums of Donald Trump, or I would say the Canadian and China fighting each other on the tariff, right? The last year, the Canadian close to 1.5 to 1.3 was exported into China, and this year, which will not be exported into China until they'll come to an agreement on the duty. Right now, there are negotiations between Canadian government. Saskatchewan government is pushing the Canadian federal government to make a deal with China, because that's produced the major pulses in that region, and they export most of it to China. And if that does not happen, the question is the